The clapping stops. That's Ready? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Timeout Radio with me, Ricardo Mejias. It's January 13th, 2020. I have a nice, lovely guest, my good friend, Chad Gibson, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Chad, I see you wearing your Manchester. Oh, sorry, I forgot the audience. Yeah, the little applause from the audience. Yeah. Already, you got more applause breaks than Ernie from last week. I know. No, Ernie's. That's not a bad thing. I see you wearing your Manchester United jersey.
Went out vintage Ronaldo style, just to try and
damn it, yeah.
channel it through here.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about a little bit what's happening right now, like this past week in sports, and then we'll get to like the big fight that's happening this Saturday: Conor McGregor versus Donald Cerrone. A lot of people just talking about Conor McGregor, not much of Cerrone, but we'll get to that soon. But yeah, let's get into some of the scores from this past week. The Leaf struggling this past week, going 0-3. They lost since last Monday. They lost 6-4 last week. They lost 4-3 against the Winnipeg Jets, and they lost 8-4 against Florida.
That's a rough.
Yeah, and then today they even got more bad news. They lost Morgan Raleigh for 8 weeks with a fractured foot.
They were due for a bit of a skid, though. Weren't they like 15-2 from the
Yeah.
time they hired Sheldon Keefe?
Yeah, but now it's like it's the time where the Leafs start to
This is
go downhill a little bit. Well, we can only say get better, Morgan Raleigh. Please get quick recovery, and hopefully the Leafs continue on. Just break this losing streak, so we can root for you guys. Because I'm.
Their coach, though, that dude, he's got a weird backstory. There's a lot of weird stuff if you want to go digging around in Sheldon Keefe's history.
Yeah.
But if you look at him as a coach, he has done nothing but win absolutely everywhere he goes.
Yeah, with the Marlies, he won, right?
With the Marlies, I think wasn't he with the Sioux Greyhounds?
Yeah.
He bought his own team in like Pembroke or something, and they were on the verge of bankruptcy, and he turned them into like a cup-winning team.
Yeah.
So he's got some questionable weird stuff, but the dude as a coach is just dominant. Everywhere he's gone, he's just been dominant.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he can be dominant with these Leafs, man. I'll be honest. And other scores happening. NFL. We'll get that to one really quickly, but we're gonna talk about the Canadian men's soccer team. They beat Barbados 4-1. Shout out to Stephen Victoria, who I went to school with at STM. He plays for the Canadian national soccer team. He was part of like FC Porto, but like their farm team.
Gotcha.
In
the system, sort of.
Yeah, in the system, but I don't know what happened to him after. He started sort of lose track with everybody eventually.
Yeah, especially if they go to the other side of the world to chase a career.
Exactly.
Have to bump into them at the convenience store.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah. Hey,
what's that soccer thing?
Yeah. It's like people who say my comedy thing going on right now. I'm like,
you still doing stand-up?
Yeah. When's your next show? It's
literally every night.
It's like just happened 10 minutes ago.
Canada soccer though is there's some like really good up and coming young players.
Oh, absolutely.
There's that the kid at Bayern, I think it's Alfonso Davies.
Yeah, that's true.
And then another guy I just kind of keeps coming on my radar because I'm a big
Hewitt?
player of FIFA.
Hewitt, what his name is?
No, he's I'm just drawing a blank on his name. He's also playing in the German league.
Oh,
Playing for like. It'll come back to me. Jonathan David?
Oh, yeah. I think so. That's him. That's him.
He's just keeps coming up in highlights and have you seen performance of the week sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of the kid until I think summertime, and now it just keeps coming on my radar.
Because of the FIFA thing, right?
Definitely because I play way too much.
Yeah.
FIFA
I gotta get on that again. I was addicted to FIFA.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I gotta stop. I gotta have a life now.
You probably made the right choice.
Well, we'll see what happens next week. But also Raptors line on 5 loss last week. Well, they won one game. Actually, they lost both games. Sorry, they lost against OKC City Blue. And then they lost against the College Park Skyhawks the first game they lost 97-120, and then they lost 119-123 against the College Park Skyhawks. Raptors lost last night, but they also lost Tuesday against Portland, and they lost against they beat actually Charlotte on I believe Wednesday.
I got to back you up for a second because
Yeah.
I don't know the Raptors 905 particularly well.
They're-
I know
well,
it's the
yeah,
J
the-
League. Or
it's it's the
development league
farm
sort of
team
thing.
basically. Yeah.
What is the College Park?
Oh, they're like from Atlanta, so like they're the
So it's
Atlanta
not
Hawks.
like just a bunch of people from downtown.
No. It's not like the Canadian Premier League or
People
something.
who all
yeah.
got like kicked out of Ryerson.
Hey, they could have been. They could have been like. Hey, it's like their second chance basically.
Yeah.
So if you do really well in that G League, you have a good chance
I've
of being
watched
called
Last
up.
Chance U.
Yeah.
I get how this works now.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like let's say Barcelona B or something, whatever, and then
There just is no real minor league of basketball right now.
no. So this is their
Yeah,
minor
like
league
legit
basically. Yeah.
Development league.
And it's a great, fun league to watch. To be
I hear
honest,
that.
like I talked to Ernie last week. Like they like, it's almost like going to a Raptors game. Like it's the same entertainment. You get free T-shirts. There's cheerleaders. They keep you engaged in the game. They have like really good prospects. Like Tyler Ennis is playing for us, who was like a draft pick. He's from Brampton, and we got Justin Anderson at one point, but he got called up. And
Yeah, that's what he's
But-
supposed to do.
yeah, but but we got like all stars now, like Freddie Van Vliet, Pascal Siakam. Those guys all came from the Raptors.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
becoming pretty legit now.
yeah.
like,
It's
that's the way in if you're not a top pick.
basically or
That's cool.
undrafted, like Freddie Van Vliet, right?
Yeah.
So he had to prove himself, and he proved himself in that Raptors 905, and they won the championship there. And
That's a tough one because there's so many college programs that like a player who's not playing with good enough other players really
Yeah.
doesn't get to show themselves. And I don't know much of Van Fleet's kind of his
Yeah.
college route or anything like
yeah,
that.
same here.
But
But
he might have been a great player on a shit team, and you just don't get a look then.
Yeah,
If you're
exactly.
not playing at one of the tournaments, or you're not playing at a big school.
yeah, I'm trying to think of a player right now who was like that. I guess Justin Anderson was like that, but he's not. You don't know Justin Anderson yet, but he just got signed to the Brooklyn Nets, I think, last week. So yeah, so
Nice, and they can kind of sign in mid-season out of that league.
yeah,
That's
you
cool.
can. Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that.
yeah. Because like I think at the end of the season they get more roster spots.
Right. Okay.
It's like
Like baseball. does
yeah,
that too.
basically
Just
yeah.
open up the benches for a month.
Yeah,
We're gonna sell some extra jerseys to all these guys' families.
yeah. Get some Kawasaki jerseys back, Yeah, but yeah, that's what happened with the Raptors 905, and I was at the game actually, the Raptors game, and I was very disappointing. I mean, I'll be honest, terrible loss, man. They were up by like 20 points at least in the third quarter, and then they just blew it. Too many offensive rebounds by San Antonio, and also DeMar DeRozan decided, hey, I'm gonna show up tonight, and I'm just gonna just dismantle you guys for winning the championship, I guess, because he played like if you created a player, right?
Yeah.
on
He's a
on
ringer.
FIFA, yeah, right, and you're playing him, right, and he's much better than the rest of the team. That's how he played yesterday.
That's what he's capable
Yeah,
of.
yeah. You're trying to win the MVP for yourself. You're not really trying to get the wins, right? Well, you do want the wins because that's how you get the MVP. But like you were going all out for just yourself. You're
That's
being a
such a
little
tough
greedy.
one.
Yeah, but he did great. And also, I'm not gonna lie, the San Antonio bench was much better than our bench. You can also play a factor that Siakam and Norman Powell came back from a lengthy injury, like a
Just
couple
not
weeks
back
ago.
to
Yeah,
full yet.
yeah, exactly. They're just a little rusty. I think they'll pick up their winning wings soon enough. It's not a bad thing right now. We're like,
I've never played a sport where being rusty is as bad as basketball.
Oh.
Like just the touch of shooting,
Yeah.
even like kind of rebounding
Yeah, yeah.
stuff. Like the timing
Yeah.
goes. It did for me back. Like I haven't played
Yeah.
competitively in a long time now,
Yeah.
but it was one of those things where when you're in the gym every day and you're shooting, you're
Yeah.
taking your foul shots,
Yeah.
you're taking your warm up, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It just feels natural.
oh yeah,
And then I'd break a finger and be out 2 weeks and just look like I'm
Yeah.
brand new to the game.
yeah. You
Balls
know,
bouncing off my elbow all the time.
you know what? I went to the CNE and they have that basketball
Yeah.
when you shoot it.
Shot.
Man, I had my nephew there, and that was so embarrassing because I barely got to the rim.
Oh.
Like I was like, I tried my hardest too. I was like throwing as hard as possible, and I was like, oh no. And then the guys who were working there were just like smirking underneath. They're like laughing a little bit. I'm like, damn you guys! Why do you have to make me? Why do you have to embarrass me like this?
Ah,
But who cares?
I'm upset with them now.
It
Screw the
doesn't-
CNE.
don't worry, it's okay.
I hope those guys ate some of this. There's always some sort of toxic food at the CNE.
Yeah.
I hope those Papa Shot guys all got really bad diarrhea.
Yeah, man. I hope so too. And right now, that's what I'm
Show
hoping
'em.
for. Yeah, show those guys who laugh last. NFL playoffs happened this past weekend too. Titans beat the Ravens 28-12. 49ers beat the Vikings 27-10. Green Bay defeated the Seahawks 28-23. And yesterday, another big comeback, I guess, was the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Houston Texans 51-31. Can you believe this, Chad? The Chiefs were down 24 points.
This sounds like really late in the season for the Chiefs to be winning a game.
You're
This
right.
is like an October headline,
Yeah,
or January
yeah,
headline.
yeah. I know you mean, because like this is the time where they just fail.
I feel like I've seen the Chiefs go like 6-0 a bunch of times in my
Yeah.
life, but I've never seen the Chiefs be any good.
Yeah.
I've seen them come out really hard and then just
Yeah.
leave their poor fans stranded in the shitty winter in like
Arrowhead,
Kansas City.
yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, this is like their Leafs time, so like,
Yeah,
but man, I hope they win, because like
that's a big comeback.
it's a big, not only a big comeback, but like that whole atmosphere is amazing. It's like I compare it not to, well, Borussia Dortmund is the most insane, I think.
Yeah, that big yellow wall.
Yeah, that's my dream, to go
Yeah,
there
I hear
to
that.
like witness that. But like that, their fans are really freaking loud in
Yeah.
the Arrowhead, and I want to go see a game, actually, if I ever could. Like, is go see a Kansas City Chiefs game against probably like Buffalo or whatever. I don't care.
I'd like to see that because it's such an old stadium. Like,
Yeah.
I like the shitty old stadiums.
Yeah.
All the new ones look the same to me.
Yeah, that's
Once
true.
you're in, it's just okay. There's going to be a washroom concession, concession, washroom concession.
Yeah.
It just all sort of blends together. Maybe they have a restaurant tacked on the outside or something like that.
Yo,
But when you get the old ones, have you ever been to Fenway Park?
no, I want to go.
It's
And
an absolute dump. I love it.
Yeah.
It's got a right angle in the building.
oh, that's
Everything
great.
looks like they eyeballed it and put it together as quickly as they could in like 1902.
They're like, that looks right.
Finish it.
Yeah, finish it already. Babe Ruth is playing. God
Yeah.
damn.
We gotta get people in here.
Yeah. But another stadium I want to check out is Wrigley Field.
Yeah, definitely.
I got to Chicago last year because I went with see a wrestling show
Nice.
with Mark McNally, another guy, a wrestling fan.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mark McNally. So we went to Chicago, but sadly they weren't playing. Yeah, they weren't
Can you
playing.
do tours and stuff? I feel like that's one of those iconic stadiums. Like it's never really.
Yeah, I
you can
thought
go
we
pick
could.
some ivy off the wall or something.
Well, we
Put some in your hair.
yeah, exactly. Well, we tried to go, but I think we just ran out of time. We just did like the bus tour,
Okay.
and we just went all around the whole city, but we didn't get to Wrigley Field, sadly. We're gonna take a quick break, Chad. Can you imagine that?
All right.
And then we're gonna talk about the big fight happening this Saturday:
Nice.
Conor McGregor versus Donald Cerrone.
I'm excited.
Check it out, folks. We'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, let's start with this fight. Who do you think? Who do you got?
I want Conor.
So never mind.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Tom Light Radio. And Chad Gibson, I've been waiting for Conor to come back and grace us since he left.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. And I am so excited for this fight.
So what was it? It was Thanksgiving weekend 2018?
I think
Is that
so.
That was when Khabib fought Conor.
Murdered Conor McGregor?
Just one-sided
yeah.
fight. Regardless of how many times he talks about this fight and he wants to talk about, I landed this good shot here. And I was really coming back. There was no point in that fight where he looked like he was in it.
No, it was like it's like when he says like, "Oh, I did well against Mayweather." He got like a couple shots in, but like he didn't really do great.
He did. He actually got one big left in that I think Mayweather didn't quite see coming. But the rest of the fight, he looked like exactly what I expected there, which was one of the best boxers ever fighting a guy who's boxed in a gym.
So what do you think about this fight? Like, let's just run down.
Where to start?
Let's just run down some of the notable fight wins by Conor McGregor. All right. So Conor beat Dustin Poirier, but that was like in 2013.
That's a weird one to look at because how small Poirier looks in that fight. And you remember him against Holloway?
Yeah.
He looked monstrous.
But during that time, he was talking so much trash at Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
He had so much confidence during that time.
And he was killing everyone at 140.
Oh yeah, he was like murdering everybody, and he wanted. I think at that time he was even demanding Dana White. He wanted a stadium fight in Ireland, right? And then after that, he fought young Max Holloway.
Max looks like a child in that fight.
He did look like a child.
Looks like someone beat up Max's little brother. It was rude.
Yeah, I was gonna say like his little kid too, but I was like, no, that's too rude. But yeah, and then he beat Dennis Seaver. I thought Dennis Seaver was like a legit like kickboxer, like killer, but then he just lost to McGregor again too.
2 rounds, wasn't it? Like, he just overwhelmed him. That was that's the first fight I really remember watching McGregor and being like, holy shit, because I had seen, I think maybe Seaver's couple fights leading up to that, and the kicks. I thought he's going to be the guy that's going to slow this down and see what happens when they fight. And no, he gets starched. It didn't matter.
Yeah, and then after that, he fought Chad Mendes on short notice because I think Jose Aldo
got hurt.
Yeah, Aldo got hurt, and then after that, he knocked out Aldo.
Well, so the Aldo fight.
Yeah,
I remember that. I watched that fight with. I'm gonna throw out some old comedy names.
Go ahead.
With Jason Schlesinger
Oh.
and Justin Layton, and I watched that
Oh,
show
my
at
God.
Schlesinger's apartment.
Yeah.
And I honestly missed the knockout.
Oh.
I was like fucking around on my phone tweeting or something when the fight started, and then it was over. 'Cause I can't put together a sentence in under 19 seconds. They replayed it 1,000 times. I've seen the knockout now, but I was totally fucking angry.
Conor's gonna fucking win this or whatever. Conor's gonna beat Aldo or whatever.
Let's go.
This is the greatest fight ever. But then you're like, oh, I just missed the fight. Yeah.
And they don't have even sent the tweet because there's going to be some tweet about let's see how Conor deals with leg kicks. Like, he deals it by knocking you out before you kick him in the leg.
Oh my god! And shout out to Justin Lake too. I haven't seen that guy in a while, but I always like talk to that guy.
Great dude.
Yeah.
So this fight, okay, so Cowboy versus Conor at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me. I don't get it. Neither one of them fight regularly at 170 pounds. Conor fought Nate Diaz on short notice.
Yeah.
Got choked out.
Yeah.
And then the rematch.
They fought like at 155.
No, they fought at 170 again.
Well, did they?
And
I
it
thought
was
they
an
fought.
awful, horrible fight.
Yeah.
Conor won the first round and then kind of ran away for 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well,
They called it a majority decision. One
Yeah.
of the refs called it a tie.
Yeah.
And then it was like, I don't know.
Well, with the
So unsatisfying.
yeah, I know, man. Because you expect a war with Nate Diaz, and the first fight was a war. Let's be honest.
Fantastic, yeah.
And then the second fight was like
The first fight.
yeah. Remember that fight?
So that first fight, I was working in Chatham, doing a show down in Chatham that
Oh
night.
god.
And it was the same night that Holly Holm knocked out Ronda Rousey.
Oh, that's right.
So I left the bar. I was working with Mike Rita and Mace Galone down in Chatham.
Yeah.
And I
Screw Mike
left-
Rita.
Screw that guy.
Yeah.
As soon as Holly Holm got to the arena or got to the ring, that's when we basically left and walked out.
Oh.
And so I got text from people on the ride home.
Yeah.
Like, no, don't tell me. I can look it up
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
get
yeah,
there.
yeah.
And then I got a text from Justin that just it was a quote that said, "When I start punching guys, they all become wrestlers." Nate Diaz. Like, oh my god! So I think I was up till like 5 a.m. because it was a long ass drive home from Chatham.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I got home and had to download this like pay per
Oh,
view, and it was awesome. fight was a war. Connor had
Yeah.
talked so much shit.
Both of them talked shit. Well, McGregor, when I knew that Nate was going to win that fight. There was a point where he did an interview with, it was like a financial thing.
Okay.
And Connor was like bragging, like saying, "Oh, I'm the multi-millionaire," and like Nate was like just sitting there, he's like, "Okay, whatever, man." And then it's like his whole thing changed at that moment. Like I'm like, "Oh my god!"
You just realized it's all hype.
Yeah. He's like, he's gonna beat this guy up. He's gonna win the fight, and he did, man. That fight was
So
unbelievable.
good.
Yeah.
But so fighting a Cowboy is one of those guys. I've watched so many Cowboy fights and
yeah.
enjoyed the hell out of them.
Yeah.
He is gonna go to war. He's
Yeah.
gonna stand there and throw
Yeah.
kicks and punches and elbows.
Yeah.
He's good on the ground.
Yeah. He's
He
gonna
could probably
try
take Connor on the ground.
He's gonna try to take Connor ground for sure.
I don't know that he is. That's what he should do. It's 100% what he
Yeah.
should do. But he's not that guy.
Well, he did do that a couple times before, though,
He'll
right?
do it if someone like he just doesn't usually initiate it in
Yeah.
my head. He'll stand in there and he wants to bang. He wants to show Connor he can knock him out
Yeah.
and take that punch and that kind of thing. And realistically, who knows?
Yeah.
Like Connor hasn't had that knockout power at anything but 145.
Yeah.
And he hasn't won a fight at 145, or he's fought once at 145
Yeah.
since they outlawed using
Dehydrate.
IV.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
So he fought
Sorry.
the Aldo fight. If you remember how deathly he looked on the scale there,
Yeah.
that skeleton yelling and screaming
Yeah.
with the beard and the crazy tattoos.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't fought 145 since then. He hasn't been in a situation where he's so much bigger. Where
Yeah.
he's just a bully, bigger
Yeah.
than all these dudes.
Yeah. Well, what Connor's been saying, and I don't know, you believe him or not, but like he's saying, the reason why they're doing it at 170 is because he feels
He thinks Cowboy looks better.
Yeah,
there.
he looks better at 170, and he doesn't look so frail at 155, which is kind of laughable. But also, I like Cerrone a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I like Cowboy Cerrone. I admire his heart. I admire his ambition to fight every single card.
Every fight.
Every fight. He'll try to get on every single card so he can fight. But he never wins the big one. You know?
This is fair.
He fought Benson Henderson twice in the WEC, lost both times, and it was for the title. Lost to Rafael not DeSantis. Yeah, it was DeSantis. He lost that title fight too, and he also lost to Jose Aldo. And these are just big fights.
Yeah.
And the last two fights he lost to Tony Ferguson.
That was a fight, though.
That was a fight. Yeah, but
That was wild.
but if Tony Ferguson was coming off like a long layoff.
True, but Ferguson has never really shown rust.
Yeah.
That's a whole different freak you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that is
But
Kukuno.
Cerrone, so one of the things I was looking at with Cerrone is since the last time Connor won a fight,
Yeah.
he is 5-6 in the UFC.
Oh my god.
Now it's a long time since Connor won a fight. It's also important to remember that it's 2016, the last time he won a MMA fight.
Yeah.
Like Cowboy is 5-6 in that time.
Yeah.
In that time, 4 of those were fight of the night.
Yeah, they
So
were.
of those, 11 fights.
He's
4-3 in 2018 and 19. Like he's fought 5 times since Connor fought last.
yeah, that's true. But the last 2 fights though were against top 5 contenders,
Yeah,
right?
and
So
he's 2-2 in 2019.
yeah, exactly. Well, he lost to Justin Gaethje and like I said, Tony Ferguson, but like
2 wars.
two great fights, but like I think he got stopped in that Justin Gaethje because of the ref stoppage, right?
Yeah, he was just getting worked.
Yeah.
You lose sometimes. You fight every 2 weeks or whatever Cerrone does.
Your body just says
Just
no muss.
It's just going to turn off
Yeah.
every once in a while. I like this, though. I'm glad he's getting a Connor fight.
Yeah.
Because like you said, he's answered the bell 1 billion times.
Yeah, and this is a big money fight too.
It's a massive money fight. I really hope that it's big money for Cowboy.
Yeah.
Because he's got this vibe about him.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know
the
what
best
you're
way I could describe it is like sort of a Chris Benoit vibe.
saying. No, not a Chris Benoit. No, you don't want to say that.
I don't want to see
No,
it.
no.
I don't want to see him murder his family
Yeah, because it's CTE.
from massive CTE
Yeah.
issues. But watch him try to put a sentence together.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
frightening. So this is a big money
But-
fight. Maybe this is the one where he's like, all right, I
Yeah,
made my millions.
I can just get out of here now.
I'll just go ride my Sea-Doos and my jet skis.
in my
and
ranch or whatever. Do
this
whatever.
crazy ranch in
Yeah,
Colorado.
Yeah.
Because how do you not admire that kind of warrior?
Yeah.
A guy that's going to show up and put his face in the action all the time.
That's kind of how I feel about the Diaz brothers too, man. Like they were getting their money like later because like I guess Connor called him out, right? He called out Nate Diaz.
Well, Nate called him out. Remember the
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
that crazy, was it Pettis? Who did he fight? It was one of the best Diaz ever looked. After a bit of a layoff, he came back. He was all ripped, had a six pack going.
Was
and
it
he ended his
Pettis?
fight. He's like, "You're taking all I work for. I'll fight you, motherfucker." One of those half sentences Diaz comes up with.
And then he finally beats
then
Connor, and he's like, "I ain't surprised, motherfuckers." And I was like, "Wow."
My favorite part of that is when you're watching him do. He's going to choke him out, and he has like that last punch that just drives Connor's head into like the crook of his elbow before he chokes him to death.
Yeah.
Like, it's just rude.
Oh, I just love the Diaz round. Sorry,
I do too.
yeah. So actually, let me ask you. So who do you think is going to win this fight now?
Connor should win this fight.
He should win
He
this fight.
should win this fight, but I don't know how. I don't see him knocking him out. Like, I don't see that one. He could get him if he gets him and can get on top of him.
Yeah.
I've never really seen McGregor do that, right? He just stands there and punches guys.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him knock out a legit 155er with that one big shot.
Yeah.
The guy seemed to be able to take it. It knocked Diaz down a few times, but it
Yeah.
didn't shut him off.
Yeah, but I also feel like Diaz was like wanting him to go to the ground.
He definitely
He was like-
does.
he
In
was
the
like-
second fight, he
yeah.
had a knee problem.
Yeah,
he was trying
yeah.
to draw him in all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
But he just seems to, he takes a punch and goes, all right, that one's big. Let's lay down and see what you're going to do.
yeah,
I don't know that Cowboy has that kind of ground game.
yeah.
He's like, the times I've seen him get a submission, they look pretty good. He's pretty wild.
Yeah.
He can climb in there. He's really dexterous with his legs.
They always say his ground game's underrated, like because we don't get to see it that much.
Right, because he's that guy that
Yeah.
wants to bang.
Yeah, he's like what's his name? Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
You know.
I think he's a better technical fighter than Liddell.
Well,
different
I,
guy, right?
yeah, but like at the time when Chuck Liddell's like knocking people out, like,
Yeah.
they're saying, "Oh, well, his ground game's is underrated," and they're like, "Oh, well, that's the only reason it's underrated because he's knocking dudes out."
Yeah,
like
you don't
said.
get a chance
Yeah,
to see it.
Yeah, his actually Chuck Liddell's takedown defense was incredible too at that time.
Yeah, different game.
Yeah, but now he would lose to all. He's just like, it's like
Yeah, what did he weigh? Liddell weighed about 220?
he was
230?
205. He was light heavyweight.
Oh, he's light heavyweight, so
Yeah.
he'd be fighting John Jones.
Yeah, he would have been fighting
Yeah,
John
he
Jones.
wouldn't have
Then
a
he would have
chance
been
there. That would go
yeah.
very poorly for Chuck Liddell. Get kicked from a really long distance
Yeah.
away right in the
yeah,
face.
yeah, exactly. And then kicked in the knees a lot because that's what John Jones
Yeah,
likes to do. That
That's one of those ones like, all right, it's a fight. I guess you should be allowed to do it, but
Yeah.
you can't train that.
No,
you
yeah,
can't just
like-
keep hyperextending your knee.
yeah, you're like, all right, I'll just walk like a newborn deer, I guess, you know. Yeah. So you think?
I think
you
Connor's,
think Connor's
gonna win
gonna
this fight. I think I'm gonna go like a third round TKO or
Oh.
stoppage kind of thing.
Wow.
I think that's he can't win a 5-round fight. That's not gonna happen.
Okay. Yeah. That's
If it
not
goes
gonna,
5 rounds, I like Cerrone in that chance.
Yeah.
Because that's going to involve grappling, and that's going to put,
Yeah.
to me, that's going to put Connor in deep water. If he goes past the third round,
Yeah.
that's like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
hasn't done well in those situations.
Yeah, that is true. He sort of gasses out like he was gassing out during that Diaz fight. And what was the other fight? Oh, Khabib, of course.
It could be, well,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
just carrying
yeah.
a human around for
I know.
5 minutes at a time.
But I'll throw a prediction out there. I'll say Connor wins first round.
First round. You think he's coming out with the big
Yeah.
big left?
Yeah.
That straight left?
I just feel like Cerrone's gonna get caught, and then that's it for Cerrone, man.
That's the part I'm not convinced of. I'm just not convinced it's going to be that's it for Cerrone. I think
You don't
that
think so?
I think he's going to get hit. I think he's going to get dropped. At some point, they're going to go into some sort of wild exchange.
Yeah.
And that sort of counter punch left
Yeah.
that he hit Aldo with
Oh.
is like, it would ruin my life.
Yeah.
If that lands, look at it.
Yeah. I just feel like it's gonna be a quick fight though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They'll may like see each other out for a bit, but then I just feel like Connor's gonna come out there.
Neither one of those guys backs into the corner, right?
That is true, and that's why I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be a quick fight. That's the only reason why I think it's gonna be a quick fight, unless they do like a Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis thing,
Oh, that was awful.
or it's like the worst fight in history.
That was so hard to watch because that was right after the decapitating Overeem fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, Francis Ngannou basically made Alistair Overeem one of those Rock'em Sock'em.
Oh, he looked like a
toys.
Pez dispenser
Yeah.
when he was done. He
Yeah,
just,
yeah. It was. If you ever get the chance, check it online, YouTube it.
Just look up the memes, even
Yeah.
just his head
Yeah.
snapping
Oh.
back, and that's a legit fighter, right? Like
Yeah.
that's a multiple-time world champion kickboxer.
And he went all in on
Oh.
that and on that punch. It was one of the most disgusting knockouts I've ever seen in my life.
Big sweeping uppercut. That would also ruin my life.
Yeah, I think it would ruin everyone's lives. You know,
I'd be
It'd
a
just
guy
be-
that no longer had a chin.
Yeah, yeah. You just have like your
Like
top
an IV bag of food and just a Curl cup because he ruined me. He
Yeah.
ruined my life with that punch. My teeth would start like the back two. That's all I have.
Yeah.
Lip just hanging.
Well, Chad, we're gonna take a little break, and then we're gonna talk about. Hey, we'll talk about what your favorite fight probably was ever, and then maybe a favorite fighter. But we'll be right back on Frequency 5 FM. This is Time Out Radio with me, Ricardo Mejias, and my guest, Chad Gibson.
Early, I don't know. I could be so wrong. Conor came out in that fight like when they touched gloves. Because that's even when I watched the Mayweather fight. I was like, he shouldn't have a chance. There shouldn't be a
Yeah, that's true. All right. Do you remember? It's the time. I like to ask my guests questions. You know, sports questions of everything, not just MMA. But I brought you on for MMA because you're a big MMA fan.
I get a little worked up.
Yeah, I know. I saw
I'm
that.
already sweating
I
here.
was like, "Are you gonna punch me in the face right now? Please don't punch me in the
You would
face."
kill me in a fight. Come on. What could I possibly do to you?
It would be like an Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua type boxing match. You'd be much bigger than I am, but I'd be like the guy with the belly.
But
Roy Nelson, I
I could
guess
put
Roy
everything
Nelson.
I have into one shot, and it wouldn't move your head.
And my head is very still. You know,
It's
I
on
have no neck, so it's just you have to knock my whole body down. You know, but yeah. So Chad, we talked about MMA. So what is your favorite? Maybe let's just ask who is your favorite MMA fighter? Because
Oh man,
we're sort of circling around there. I said I love the Diaz brothers.
I'm the same. I'm a huge. So I like Nate Diaz from. That was when I got into MMA was the year of the Ultimate Fighter that he was on.
Yeah.
So I knew who Nick Diaz was by name, and he was Nick's little brother in the house and all this
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And he was this skinny, kind of taller, skinny guy. So I like that as
Yeah.
a fighter
Yeah.
build.
Yeah.
I always liked him, and then so
And did you love his the only thing I also love about the Diaz brothers is their trash talk.
I do, and I definitely think I like Nate better for that because
Yeah.
he kind of. I don't feel like the trash talk was as big from him until he won a few fights.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah.
he started like his brother was always talking shit for him,
Yeah.
and he just sort of kind of stepped up and was like, "Well, I already choked that guy."
Yeah. Well, remember that? I think it was the final. He's fighting. Was it Jason Stevenson? Was it something Stevenson? Jeremy Stevenson.
I think so. Yeah.
And she's like, he puts the triangle on him, and he's like, he gives the two middle fingers.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy's a badass.
Yeah, this
you know?
guy has been here before.
Yeah, yeah. Like this. Yeah, he's like, this is no joke for him. This is just playing for him. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, not well. It's like serious, but like he's here to make some money. You know.
Definitely love him. I love watching John Jones fights, even though he seems like kind of a deplorable human.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of history for John Jones, but yeah, I also like seeing his fights. But
Weird strikes, weird angles, weird I don't know. I like those guys that kind of come out of nowhere with stuff. I love watching Khabib.
Yeah.
Because it's just like it's like watching a a boa constrictor have its dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gonna get a hold of you, and he's gonna work his way up to the point where your life's over.
Yeah, it's like you don't even have to see those videos of like boa constrictors eating rats. You just watch the Khabib fight.
He's also one of the best. He was so underrated for his trash talk in that Conor fight.
Oh my god.
One of my favorites was like they showed like Conor. He was going on and on
Yeah.
about Ireland and
Yeah.
Irish warriors
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
history of Irish warriors. And
yeah.
Khabib just goes, "So why are you talking English?
I
I haven't heard any Gaelic. Why are you talking English?"
Yeah.
And no one kind of played on that. And
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, even during that fight, Khabib was like, like talk now. Why aren't you talking now? I want to hear you speak.
Let's talk."
Yeah, let's talk. I'm like, God damn, this guy's a beast. But he also like he also says like he also did that in earlier fights with I think Charles Oliveira. Was it Charles Oliveira?
was it Barbosa?
That's the one.
When he was
Barbosa.
just like, "You got to give up. I don't want to do this to you
he's
anymore."
like, yeah, he's like, you know, I'm the true champion.
Wasn't he saying that to the guy's corner? Like it was,
No.
or in front of Joe Rogan and
Yeah,
then like,
basically.
the contest?
Yeah, so yeah, basically, he's like punching the guy in the face, like, "Give up. You know, I'm the true champion.
wanna do
yeah,
this
yeah,
anymore."
Yeah, exactly. You're like, how ruthless can you be? You know, but yeah, that's Khabib, man. And,
Yeah, he might be my favorite fighter right now because
Yeah?
I haven't seen anyone. I want to see this Khabib Ferguson.
Yes.
I can't wait. Don't get hurt, Tony. Don't
You know,
do anything
Yeah,
stupid.
and Khabib too, because Khabib got injured at one time as well.
Well, he had a bunch of nutrition issues
Yeah.
back in the day, right?
Yeah, that's true.
He seems to have sorted that out.
Who else? I like. You know who I really like now too is Israel.
Adesanya, yeah.
Oh my god, and I just love his post fight comments too, because he's like people are like asking him. He's like, he had a quote. He's like, "I'm sorry, like I can't apologize because my shine is too bright." I'm like, God damn, that's great. That's so great.
I got worried about him in his last fight was not Gastelum, who was the champ.
Robert Whittaker.
Whittaker.
Well,
Whittaker, yeah.
Yeah, Whittaker. Yeah,
So he had that weird entrance, like that anime kind of
yeah,
play entrance.
I don't remember that.
And I got worried on that fight. I'm like, "Oh no, dude, you're not it's like you didn't spend all fight week working on
Yeah.
a dance, did you?" I was wrong.
Yeah.
He worked Whitaker like a part-time job. But
Yeah.
I just saw that and I'm like, "Oh no, this is not what I want. I'm
Yeah.
just getting into this guy." I didn't really know him. I'd kind of
Yeah.
heard about
Yeah,
him. I'd
yeah.
seen his last couple of fights.
Yeah.
But yeah, then he came out and put on a performance.
Yeah, and he had a tough time with what's his name?
Gastelum.
Yeah, that's the one. And that fight was amazing too. To be honest, that was a great
It
fight.
was a great fight.
Yeah.
He just couldn't put him out.
Yeah, well, Gastelum's so tough, man.
He is. He's
like-
he should probably be fighting down a weight class too.
He was fighting at that time at a weight class below, but then he couldn't make weight.
It's just he's probably one of those guys that
Yeah,
needs to
yeah.
be like a 165.
Yeah. It was like no, he would have been 170.
Oh, they 185. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. I thought
yeah,
you said-
yeah.
Oh yeah, because Masvidal.
Yeah.
My bad.
Well, he tried to go down there, but then it's like a Anthony Rumble Johnson type thing. Like he, for
Just
some reason,
not.
he just doesn't want to do it.
It's
Yeah.
a whole lifestyle change, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not just fight camp. Then it's I got to be within this weight.
Yeah. Hey, I asked this question with Ernie last week because we were talking about pro wrestling. But what is your favorite fight of all time?
Favorite all time.
Like
fight?
which fight would you recommend to a
Okay,
non?
different answers for that. 'Cause my favorite fight of all
Okay,
time is
let's-
probably
Yeah.
Diaz Connor 1.
Ooh, that's
I
a great
love that
fight.
night.
Yeah.
Fights to watch.
Yeah.
Rockhold versus Bisping 2.
Oh, God.
Like the one that Bisping won. 'Cause if you watch that first
yeah,
fight,
yeah.
if you watch the first round or
Yeah.
first time they fight, it looks like Bisping's career's over.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
doesn't look.
Yeah.
Rockhold is this beautiful man. He's just like carved
Yeah.
from stone,
Yeah.
Greek god looking dude.
Yeah.
Bisping's this kind of like pie-faced Englishman who
Yeah.
can barely see out of one eye and
Yeah.
looks just lost.
Yeah.
And then the next fight, he kicks the shit out of Rockhold and just like put him out.
Yeah.
Rockhold was kind of brushing him. I think Bisping took that fight on like 11 days notice or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be Chris Weidman in that situation.
That's right. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Weidman knee injury, maybe something along those lines.
Yeah, something around those lines. And then Bisping just took that fight and he won that title.
Yeah, put him out.
Yeah.
And Rockhold hasn't really been the same since.
No, you don't really hear much of Rockhold anymore. I think he's going to join his friend Cain Velasquez probably in the WWE, probably.
Did you see his debut at 1 or 205? He got his jaw broke by
Yeah.
that Jan Blaskovich?
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel bad for Luke Rockhold.
I don't know why he would consider fighting again.
Yeah.
He's got money. He's like a male model.
He's a good-looking dude.
He's a beautiful man.
Yeah, okay. He's handsome. We'll see
And he's
that.
a model.
Yeah.
And he makes more money modeling than he does getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
So stop getting punched in the face because that's going to hurt your modeling career.
Hey, man. He'll do what he wants, though.
He will.
Yeah.
And I hope he's done, though. I don't want to, he's looked so outclassed. Like what was that dude's name? The Cuban dude, no neck, giant. Romero.
Oh, yeah, Yoel Romero.
Romero punched him out and then
Oh,
kissed him
God.
on the mouth. Like,
Yeah.
that would be enough for most guys to tap there.
Well, there was a lot of controversy during that fight, though, too. Because Yoel Romero was like on the bench, and and he took his time.
Yeah, he always does that.
Yeah, but you're like, oh, he took too much time. But he, from what I heard on his Joe Rogan podcast, he did that with Joey Diaz. He was saying no, they told me to sit down because I got kneed in the balls or something like that.
Yeah, not fair.
He's
so it was a walk it off moment.
Yeah,
I
so
gotcha.
he just took his time, and then no, you should. But then people are just confused.
I have to go back and watch that. I just remember I thought Rockhold was the guy to beat him. I thought he was going to be able to just kind of use the distance and use the size, and I was wrong.
But the thing with Yoel Romero is he's a freak. He is a freak, and he's fighting for that title next, and that's gonna be an insane fight too.
That's weird. He hasn't won in a while.
I know, but
titles don't really seem to matter anymore. I think that BMF belt showed that.
Yeah, that's
if you
true.
got enough charisma, they'll sell whatever you need to sell.
Yeah, or just bring back Conor or Ronda.
Yeah.
You think Ronda will come back?
No, man. The game changed.
Yeah.
The game changed on her. When she started making so much money, all those other good female fighters that were like kickboxing and jiu-jitsu fighters around the world were like, oh, sorry, you're making how much?
Yeah.
Because Holly Holm was 17-time kickboxing champion. Like, oh,
yeah.
if you can't take me down and I kick you in the face, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah.
And she made money, and then the slew of amazing women fighters have come along since then.
Well, I think one of the first. Yeah, I agree with that. But one of the first female fights I ever saw, but when I took female MMA seriously was Gina Carano versus Cyber Santos. You ever see that fight?
Yeah. Those are two freakishly large women.
Yeah,
At
but-
the time, Gina
yeah.
was looking a little juicy as well.
Yeah, well, still is.
Oh, I think she's hot. That's what I mean.
Sure, I know.
A little Mexican supplement.
Yeah. But Gina Carano was at the time she was the Ronda Rousey. She was the face of
was
MMA,
the name,
female MMA. But then she got absolutely murdered in that fight with Cyber Santos.
But look at how scary some of the little women fighters are now. Shevchenko.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
terrifying. She's just muscle.
Yeah, it's true.
Bug Rose, knocking people out at 105 pounds, 115 pounds, whatever she is.
And Jacek was at one point, but then she sort of fell off.
She's one of those doesn't hit the right weight class.
Yeah,
just kind of in between.
Yeah, and then
great kickboxer, that kind of thing. But
the karate hottie.
And then Amanda Nunes is that's a crazy fighter.
When I first saw her, I didn't think she was gonna be that good.
Yeah, she doesn't look particularly athletic.
No, she doesn't. But eventually, she's just started destroying people.
Throws bombs.
Yeah,
nobody. She hits like a man of her weight.
Yeah,
and the women are just not accustomed to hit like that. You see it every time where the hands get a little tighter. There's just a little bit. All right, let's not take another one of those right in the face. Her fight against Ronda Rousey is. It should have been stopped right away. Just please stop beating that nice lady.
Yeah. Please just forgive her.
What did she ever do?
Yeah. Just forgive her a bit. Let me just give a quick shout out. A couple of quick shout outs. Sorry, Chad.
No worries.
Well, then we're going to talk about some footy. Huh? Let's give a quick shout out to Karen Carrington, Doris Valdivia, hey, Greg Simon. Thank you guys for watching the show. Edward Jimenez Macias. I don't think I pronounced it right or wrong. But thank you guys for watching the show. So someone commented they think Conor's going to win that too. They're going to win that fight.
I think so.
Yeah. So
I feel like by the time Saturday rolls around, I'm going to be cheering for Cowboy.
Really?
If Conor wins, you could be right. It could be a 30-second fight, and I would like to see him work for it.
Yeah.
I want to see him win a fight where he's down.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know that I can't think of one like that. He's been so dominant.
Yeah.
But I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
And Cowboys again. I've always said with Conor, can you kick the shit out of his legs and try to make that happen. And I've never really seen anyone do it. But Cowboy's got some kicks.
He does have some kicks.
I don't know.
It's a tough fight.
This is what I always do with McGregor fights. I get
Yeah.
so excited and then they're over in no time. There's just a lot of yelling and screaming.
We overanalyze. It's
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't have got punched in the face. That was the game plan.
All right, folks. We're gonna take another chat. We're gonna take another quick commercial break or a little break, and then we're gonna deep dive into your
Footy?
Yeah, a little footy. Your love and passion of footy soccer. Thank you so much.
Or Holly Holm, not Rousey, because I didn't think that was possible. Yeah. Solo versus Roper. He kicks him in the face, just standing there looking at each other. And he kicks him in the face.
We're gonna be back. Let's get an intro. Oh yeah. I have no idea. Woo. Oh yeah. Welcome. Yeah, little Billy Joel. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Timeout Radio with my guest Chad Gibson. We talked about MMA. We talked about other sports, but we haven't talked about your favorite sport. And I'm assuming it is soccer.
It is.
And and your team obviously is Manchester United. Unbelievable. I followed Man United a little bit because of Alexis Sanchez.
Okay.
And then he hasn't done well.
The worst thing that ever happened to him was moving to Manchester.
I know.
He was absolutely unplayable. There was no way to deal with Sanchez at Arsenal until he decided he wanted to leave, and then he's been garbage since. I don't understand it. It just happened like
I know. I don't understand.
he was
it still.
unstoppable.
I know.
At Arsenal.
The only problem is like he felt he wasn't getting much play in Arsenal, so he thought maybe I'll get more money and play for a Champions League team. Although when he moved to Manchester United, they weren't doing too great, and they were not in a Champions League position. So it was just baffling for not only for me, but I think other Chilean soccer fans, but I guess other fans in general who are a fan of his. But specifically Chilean soccer fans were not a big fan of that.
That was a tough one because he was on such a great run,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he hasn't come anywhere near it since whatever happened. He broke the mojo there.
I know. It's like now he's like in Inter Milan, which is so sad.
Well, Inter's having a good year.
It
And,
is.
like,
They are, but like
the Italian league kind of becoming relevant again.
yeah, they
Ronaldo
are.
moved there.
Well, yeah, it's because like I said, just like you said, Ronaldo's moved over there, so of course you're gonna have more eyes on that product now, right?
But he got hurt playing for Chile, I think, in October maybe.
Yeah, he did.
I feel like he's just back now.
Yeah, he strained his hamstring at that time, I believe, if I remember that correctly. But yeah, it's just.
I read something about him actually. I think today that Conte was saying, "No, I can't play him. He's not in shape.
Yeah.
He's been out since October. I can't just throw him into a match."
Yeah, which is true, man. Because he's looking pretty sluggish, and I'm that's me talking, you know. But yeah. So what is actually? So what is your favorite sports moment actually in soccer, or like what is a game that you remember from back in the day that you're like, oh my god, this is why I love Man City or Man United? Sorry.
So I think the first game that I really remember watching was actually like a friendly
Okay.
this summer that and it was Sporting versus United.
Oh, nice.
When Ronaldo came out and just lit up
Oh,
United.
I think I remember that.
And yeah, he just kind of like flying down the wing, just making our right backs. It was when I was very, very new to footy at the time.
Yeah.
But Ronaldo just kind of bombing down the wing, this scrawny kid with these weird like highlights in his hair
he had,
and all
like
that kind of
braces
thing.
at the time, I think too.
Yeah. He wasn't anywhere near as pretty as he ended up. But he just danced the whole time.
Yeah.
It was like the step over after step over after step over.
Yeah.
And I hadn't seen anything like that other than like Ronaldinho playing around in training or something. So I saw this guy come out and have an amazing game for this crappy team against United, and then we bought him like a couple days later.
Yeah.
All right, we need this again.
Yeah, we need this talent right now on our team now.
So it's that one, or it is the Champions League final against Chelsea that we actually won.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of the year, 2000.
I was going to say 5, but that's probably
A little later than that. It's 8 or 9, somewhere in there. I watched it at I actually watched it at a Chelsea bar with a friend.
Oh boy,
taking
were
the afternoon
were
off.
you wearing the Man United jersey?
I don't think so. I don't think I had a United jersey then. I
okay.
was still kind of in my infancy.
Yeah.
But it was the bar. It was up at Young and Egg, right beside. Actually, I watched it in the bar right above Absolute Comedy. Rose and Crown?
Yeah, the Rose and Crown or Dragon and Crown or something like that.
Rose and something.
Something like
whatever's
that. Yeah.
upstairs there.
Yeah.
And across the road from it used to be a bar called the Main Event.
Oh yes, I heard about that bar.
The Main Event was the home of the Manchester United Supporters Club of Canada. And I could not get in there to get a seat because there was like people backed up onto the stairs before the game even started. So we went to the Chelsea bar across the road, and actually there was like 9 people in it. We kept winning all the prizes because we were drinking a ton. And every time you ordered something, you got like a Heineken prize.
Yeah.
My friend and I went home with loads of stuff, all sauced up on a Thursday afternoon.
Oh man,
It was fantastic.
Oh.
I had that, and then the next year, United went to the Champions League final again, and I planned early. I'm going to go to the Main Event. I'm going to go to the home of the Manchester United Supporters Club of Canada. I remember getting there, and it was just piss and rain that day.
Oh.
So I showed up. It was right at the end of my street.
Yeah.
And I got inside, and I kind of, like, you couldn't move.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
like in a dance club. No room at all.
That's the best. I'm not gonna lie.
I was really excited. So I order a beer, and I'm sitting there. And for the waiters and waitresses to get through the crowd, they had to push their way through.
Yeah, I know that.
So this dude came behind me with his like tray of drinks,
Yeah.
and he pushed me, and I slipped on the wet floor,
Oh.
and my bony elbow just clocked this guy right in the face. He launched a tray of like pints all over the floor. I was out the door before he was even standing up. They just dragged me out and kicked me out.
Oh.
Went home and watched that loss to Barcelona alone on my couch.
Oh God. Oh, hey man, is that like? So, what did you say that it's like an embarrassing moment for you?
That was I was just so pissed. I felt bad because I go to that bar. I used to go to that bar regularly. I would like go in and apologize the next day. I was like, man, I just slipped. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But I probably broke his nose.
Oh.
I felt bad.
Yeah. You can't show your face there again.
That was mildly embarrassing.
Yeah. Do you have an embarrassing sports moment? Like, have you ever like performed played any sports and like you slipped
like a
on
lot, man. Like just playing high school basketball with arms like this in a tank top. Does that count?
Yeah.
Or I played basketball. I played hockey for my entire life as well.
Oh, nice.
And it happened like at least twice a year. I'd be skating backwards and catch a rut and do the full yard sail, like fall. My stick and my glove would go flying everywhere, and I'd land right on my tailbone. And then I'd have to go to work, or I'd go to school for a week with like I had a hemorrhoid pad or something because I couldn't sit my bony ass, and my tailbone all bruised. So I'd go to school and carry around this little like O-ring to sit on. Does that count as sports related?
that counts, man. That's pretty funny. What else are we going to talk about? I could probably already guess. Actually, who do you say is number one soccer player right now?
Oh, man.
Ronaldo?
I
guess like
it's a 1A 1B situation with Ronaldo and Messi. They're two absolute masters of the game, and they're polar opposites.
They are.
Ronaldo looks like a statue that you carve from stone. He's just built to be some sort of mega athlete.
Yeah.
There's nothing about Messi that looks like an athlete other than him wearing a jersey.
You know what it is? It reminds me of it's like Ronaldo's the jock, right?
Yeah.
And then Messi's like the nerdy kid.
Yeah, the professor.
Yeah,
sorta.
yeah. But he's like so tactical.
He's so, and everything he does is perfect skill.
Yeah.
Like right foot, left foot, doesn't matter what he's doing. Everything, the touch is insane.
Yeah.
The ball never is outside of sort of his radius.
Yeah.
And he's been that way for 20 years now.
I know.
Just unstoppable.
Unbelievable. And he's playing at the highest level. Like he played with some great players, but like in my opinion, he's possibly one of the greatest players.
Yeah, and I think that because you asked me the question, who's number 3?
Yeah,
After-
who
if
would
those are
who
one and
would be
two,
number 3?
Their 1 and 2 are
Yeah.
so much
Yeah.
higher. Like
Yeah.
these are elite,
Yeah.
all-time greats,
Yeah.
arguably the best players, depending on what angle you want to
Yeah,
take,
yeah.
the best players ever.
Yeah.
Down from that, it's tough. Because
Yeah.
I think
It changes, right?
it does. I think you don't have anyone with that kind of dominance.
No,
that
no.
just year in, year out is
Like-
going through it. For me, it's got to be someone in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Because I think right now there's so much money in the Premier League that it's just a better league. Like that
Absolutely.
salaries for the low-end players in the Premier League
Yeah.
are on par with high-end players in others.
Other leagues like the NFL or whatever. Yeah.
So you get Barcelona and Madrid and,
Yeah.
and Atletico are going to be
Yeah.
huge in Spain.
Yeah.
But then you get some really small teams that they're
Yeah.
still going to play twice a year and they're
Yeah.
going to light up and score
Yeah.
9 goals against. So who's number 3? I think right now I would go with Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh,
with
yeah?
City.
Oh, really?
I hate City.
Of course you do. Yeah.
He's just amazing at everything. Like he's
Yeah.
box to box. He can score goals. He can pass. He tracks back. Him or maybe the other one I'd go with might be Virgil van Dijk
Really?
at Liverpool. Just
Yeah,
the way
yeah.
like that Liverpool team hasn't lost a game in more than a calendar year.
Can I say something?
Yeah,
I love Liverpool.
that's fair.
Not, but I only love Liverpool because of Jordan Klump.
Oh yeah, Klopp is.
That's the only reason I love that team.
There's no reason to hate anything
Yeah.
that Klopp's associated with.
Yeah.
That's what I don't have
Yeah.
because I didn't grow up in watching footies. I don't
Yeah.
hate
Yeah.
Liverpool. I hate Arsenal a bit.
Yeah.
But that might be just because I like shitting on Arsenal fans.
I think a lot of people like shitting on Arsenal fans
Same
or
with
Tottenham. Yeah.
Tottenham, I just don't believe in Tottenham.
No, I think no one does. Not even Tottenham fans.
No,
believe in
like,
Tottenham.
every time they're up there, I'm like, all right, well, yeah, they might finish top 4.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, they'll get a Champions League spot, but that's
No
basically
real danger
Yeah.
they're going to get a trophy.
Yeah. A lot of Tottenham fans are not going to pay attention to this show now, but it's all right.
But I think, yeah, so I'd go either Van Dijk or De Bruyne. I think that, like, Neymar and
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe
Yeah.
in Paris, that league is just too shitty.
Yeah.
They're not playing against good competition enough.
Yeah, I feel like it's like just a cash grab over there.
Good for
somewhere.
them. It looks
yeah.
like a great time.
Yeah, it does.
Or go to play in Monaco.
Oh, yeah.
Don't pay tax. Just hang out with the prince.
Yeah.
Looks like a great time.
Yeah. I've been to the stadium of Montpellier, and that was a beautiful stadium.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was, I got to actually go see Chile versus France.
Oh, right on.
It was like a friendly. It was like
When was that?
it was like 7 years ago or something.
Okay, so still a good France
yeah,
team, though.
Yeah, it was a good France
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
It was like before
Post Zidane, though? That's after, yeah. 'cause that
it was post
90
Sedan,
something.
yeah. But it was like such a great city, man.
Yeah.
But the stadium was like beautiful too. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm freaking here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you had to pick one stadium, I'm going to say this for any sport.
Yeah.
Where's the one you want to see a game? Like you mentioned Dortmund earlier, and I get that. That gave me tingles
Yeah,
just thinking
I
about it.
want to go to Dortmund so
Yeah.
bad. That or I guess I think that's it, man. I think that's the one. If anything, like as a Chilean, I'd probably want to go to see a Chile game in Chile, and at the national stadium. But I think Dortmund's the one that I want to go to so badly, or Camp Nou, or like during a Classico, you know,
Yeah.
like during that time.
Yeah.
But anything else, I'm like, I kind of don't want to go.
I want to see a
it's not
night
up there.
game at Old Trafford really bad.
That'd be amazing.
Like a rainy, shitty night.
Oh my god,
Like just
you grimy,
miserable.
Yeah, you're either there with you, and people. It's just yeah. I'm getting so excited about it. I don't know why you talk.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. I don't go to enough live sports anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
To just totally get out of yourself and just
Yeah.
get into the game. Just yell and scream,
Yeah.
sing a song.
Yeah,
yell, Just
I think, well, that's what I'm trying to do with this program is like get non-sports fans to watch this so that
Yeah.
they understand like our passion for certain teams or certain leagues or whatever. Because like it's unifying, you know. Like you said in that when you're like in a bar,
Yeah.
and you're like you couldn't stand. I know that I had like
Yeah.
that same experience. I went to go see Chile win their like the Copa America,
Oh, nice.
and I was like I couldn't move. Because like I was in a room with all the Chileans and we're just like watching the TV and we're like, oh my god, is this it? And then we finally beat Argentina and we're like, oh my god, this is it. Yeah,
It's the one.
It's the one. And then the Raptors, I was at a different bar and the same thing happened. You're standing with a whole bunch of people and you're just unified.
Yeah.
You're like you're rooting for the same team. You're having a great time. And then when they finally win, you're like, this is amazing.
I haven't been into basketball enough the last few years.
Yeah.
I had such a great time on the bandwagon last spring.
Oh,
It was the perfect time to show up.
Yeah.
I started going, just meeting one of my high school basketball friends
Oh.
lives in town here, so we were meeting together to watch Raptors
Yeah,
games
yeah.
and eat like. Have you had? It's like a hipster treat all over town. They
Yeah.
do deep fried cauliflower tossed in wing sauce.
Oh, you know what? I heard about this.
I don't like cauliflower until I had it this way. It is so
You're not,
fucking good.
you're not the only one who said that to me. Jeff Sang told me that on Friday. He's like,
not wrong.
he's
Trust
like,
that
I
man.
hate cauliflower, but with the wing sauce,
Deep fried, so it's like
Yeah.
weirdly crispy.
Yeah.
Oh,
he says like it's amazing.
it's one of my happiest Raptor memories.
Oh, God, I gotta try it now. Because I'm a big wing fan, but I want to do the crossovers. Like,
It's not the
cauliflower.
same as wings. It's not that
Yeah.
kind of satisfying, but
But-
it's a great snack.
But the thing is, with the cauliflower, it's always gonna be consistent.
Yeah,
With wings,
true.
different. If you go to different places,
Yeah,
it's just not the same.
there's a lot of different ways to do a decent wing.
Yeah, and sometimes there's really bad places.
I'm not really into smoked wings. Like I like them deep fried.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, I love smoked wings.
I like smoked chicken breast.
Yeah.
Give me the whole thing. But don't
Yeah.
just give me the wing. All right, if you're
Yeah.
gonna spend all day smoking a chicken,
Yeah, the
little
smallest
more.
part. Yeah, yeah.
don't give me the leftovers.
Yeah.
I want the breast.
Yeah. Well, I think the one of my favorite wings is, I don't know why we got on top of wings, but my favorite wings is when they grill it, like
Okay.
flame grilled,
Yeah.
and then they toss in the sauce. You're like, oh my god, this is amazing. Well, Chad, it's been an hour, man.
Oh,
This has
wow.
been our show at Timeout Radio.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, thank you so much for coming, man. It was a pleasure. You got any dates coming up, or where they can people find you?
Find me on Instagram at Chad
Yeah.
Gibson Comic. Check out my podcast, the Full English Podcast.
Oh,
We
yeah, that's
talk-
right. You have the soccer podcast.
Yeah, footy comes
Foot-
out Mondays.
Yeah, man.
Check us out.
Yeah, absolutely. Check that out. Or any shows going to be on there soon? Right now?
Like I said, the old January calendar's looking a little rough, so accepting bookings at chadgibsoncomic@gmail.com.
Please
I'm
check them out.
remarkably cheap.
Yeah. Please check them out. He's absolutely hilarious. I'll be tomorrow at Comedy Bar, 5 for 5 at 9:30 p.m. And then Comedy Kapow with Ernie Vicente this Friday at I think it's 9:30 as well at 120 Diner. You can check me out there. And if you ever want to see, if you're gonna go to the wrestling event this Sunday at Destiny Pro Wrestling, which is I'm gonna be there. I'm not a special guest or anything, but I'm gonna feel.
You should be.
I should be.
I'm
gonna,
upset with Destiny Pro
Yeah,
Wrestling
exactly.
for not recognizing game recognizes game. all right?
Exactly. Exactly. But I'll be there. I'm gonna watch the whole event. Marty Scroll's gonna be there. So like, if you're a pro wrestling fan, the villain's gonna be there. Marty Scroll. Rest in peace, La Parka too. He passed away this past week, and he had a series. You can read it online, but he
Sounds
had
like that. He
yeah,
sounds young enough that that's a bad story.
yeah, well, he was 56. He did a dive in the outside and just never recovered from it. Sadly, it's not. I don't really laugh, but it's a sad thing. But you can catch me on those shows. Thank you so much for watching this. If you're going to listen to this later, thank you again. Any comments and feedback would be great. Again, thank you to everyone who's paying attention and commenting during the show. I'll try to get better at reading them next time. But this has been Timeout Radio on Frequency 5 FM. Again, I'm Ricardo Mejias, and this was my guest, Chad Gibson.
Yeah. They said I'm